Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Netherwar. Thank you for joining us for your weekly dose of superhero shenanigans. This week's episode is titled Caldera Chaos. Thank you. My name is Alex, and I will continue to be your humble game master for this series. Tonight we will be playing Mutants Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero RPG, which is produced by Green Ronin Publishing. It is a D20 system that focuses on exciting superhero action. The character creation system also offers unlimited customization options to create your perfect hero. One thing I also really enjoy is the use of hero points to encourage players to really push their characters beyond their limits. These points can be used for rerolls, scene editing, and even modifying or improving a character's powers in a pinch. Hero points are earned by leaning into genre tropes, acting heroically, good role-playing, jokes I think are funny, and suffering setbacks just like superheroes in other media. You can also award them to the heroes if you follow or subscribe. So whatever you're interested in, please just let me know which hero you want to donate it to. We have gathered some spectacular heroes tonight. Say hi, heroes.
Hi, heroes.
I want to give everyone a chance to tell us a little bit about themselves, the character they will be playing, where else we can find them, and to answer my question of the day, which is, what are your most important rules when going on a date? Starting with Kevin.
Starting with who?
Kevin.
Oh, come on.
Yes, back.
Rude. Well, I guess on the one hand, it will be like last week where I spent 5 minutes not answering the question, or will it? I'm Kevin. I am, doing that superhero thing every Monday on Untold Stories Projects. When I'm not doing that, well, it's summertime, so I'm not actually teaching right now because I give myself a break. Although it's been a strange year. I do miss my kids. When you go through a pandemic together, you just, I don't know, you bond. It's good. Rules for going on a date. Jeez, that's tough. I'm probably gonna get smacked for being a little old-fashioned, but like, if the girl curses worse than I do, that's a big turnoff. Like, I'm all about equality and stuff like that, but like, if I'm the least foul-mouthed person on the date, it's probably not good. I'm not a big fan of pressure. Like, please don't start laying out the next 5 years of our life on the first date. If it's fun and it doesn't feel forced, then that's great. Then date number two. I've had a lot of bad relationships, so I'm not in a hurry to jump into another bad relationship. So when I'm dating, it should sort of ease in. Like, let's be friends first, and then decide if we can stand each other enough to spend the rest of our lives together. Not looking to set up an engagement on the first date. Other than that, I mean, are you fun? Are you smart? Then we're good to go. We're gonna have a good time together. I'm not sure who passes you after that. I feel like I got blindsided by that question. Okay, over to Jonesy.
Hi, everybody. I am Jonesy. I play Mortis, our living dead guy. He's got a magical artifact implanted in him, which basically makes him straddle the lines between living and the dead. You can find me here tonight and tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I'm GMing our Children of the Finest game, and then which is our 5th edition Blue Rose game. And as far as rules for a date, you know how long it's been since I've gone on a date? I am in a long-term awesome relationship, so yeah, I date night is different than going on dates. So I would think my old school days would have been like the person who asks the asker pays. So if I ask someone else out, I'm expecting to pay. If someone asks me out, I'm expecting them to pay. That was my only kind of rule. And I only say that because I took a straight boy out on a date once. It was awesome. I said I wanted to ask him if he wanted to hang out, and he's like, yeah. So I joked and said something about it being a date, and he's like, well, he asked me, are you paying? I'm like, if it's a date, and he's like, okay, then it's a date. And so I took a straight boy on a date. We went to movies and dinner. It was awesome.
Beautiful.
Oh, I love that. Is it my turn?
Yes, it's your turn.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm Kat. I play Centuria in this game, but from my dimension where she's insane because she spent 10 years by herself. I am really only on this channel, and right now I'm only on it on Mondays playing this game, but there are some awesome games on the other days, so definitely check those out. As for the question, my main thing is that I want to have fun. Like, I don't want to just sit there and talk. Like, I want to have a great time. When me and Brian went on our first date, we went to the Chinese Lantern Festival and just were like joking and like having a good time the whole time. And that's cool. And also, like Kevin said, I don't want my entire future like laid out in front of me when I go on a date. Like, that's really weird to me. I don't want you to be like, well, when we get married or when we have kids, like that's crazy and freaky, and don't do that to people. So those are like my main things. I think just be talkative, be yourself, don't lie about yourself, and have a good time. So then after that, I'll just pass it to Andy.
Yep. Hi, I'm Andy. I am playing Resonant, our resident gem mage. Let's see, you can find me here for Mutants and Masterminds Netherwar Monday. You can also find me over on our YouTube channel as the host of our Storyforge series, where we talk character creation, GM tips, things I think are fun that I can actually get people to record. You know, me talking for 10, 15 minutes. You can also find me over on our website. If you like fiction about Alex's Titan City universe, I've got a couple of blogs up there. I got a couple of GM tips and tricks things up there as well, so you should go check those out if you're at all interested. As for rules for a date, it has been a while since I've been on a date. I have a steady partner, so I don't need to worry about that. But be on time. If you say you're going to be there at 7, be there at 6:55. Like Kat said, make it fun, don't make it weird. And just go into it without expectations of it potentially leading to a second one, because I think if you go in with the expectation, you can either get hurt or jaded. And I think if you just basically go into it with like the idea of tonight is all there is, let's make it the best that we can, then you can see where you can go from there. So Calvin, you get to follow that up. Sorry.
You actually did take my answer, so now I got to think of a new one. But yes, I'm Calvin. I'm playing Bowman tonight, the incredible archer with a array of powerful arrows, perhaps too many of them. I'm here on Mondays playing in the Mutants and Masterminds game, of course. I was also in the Fallout game, which was also fun. Where else am I on the internet? Oh yeah, Win with Dice channel. Wow, it's been a long day. Yeah, I'm on the Win with Dice channel. We do weekly GM podcasts and occasional streams of Lancer. There's a playlist of our Lancer streams, which you can go check out. Just because I got a comment that someone was like, hey, did you play any more of this game? And I was like, yeah, we played so much of this. Where are you from? So it's like, we have a playlist if you want to go see it. Snarrow for the win. Yeah, Snare. Really should have named it that. Answer to the question, what is the most important thing to do on a date? Obviously the most important thing to do is to wear your super suit under your regular clothing, because you never know if a supervillain is going to attack while you're on a date. Now, if you don't want to do that, or if you have some sort of bulky iron armor that you got to wear, then just make sure you have an exit strategy and a decent excuse, because you don't want to leave your date disappointed. You don't want to be in the middle of fighting a supervillain and then you got to consider, oh no, did I let this person down, and then have that whole conflict going on. Really lean on the fourth wall. That's my important tip for going on a date.
Just don't break it, because then you're Deadpool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that was like a Sophie moment right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he learned a lesson there.
No, that wasn't a date.
I feel like you cheated with your answer, Calvin. Like, what about all those ladies out there that want to go on a date with you? Or men.
I mean, again, they will just have to, if I disappear mysteriously for, a couple hours, then they're just going to have to learn to roll with it.
Wow.
At least until we get to the point where I tell them my secret identity, but that's usually when the supervillain kidnaps them, so, I mean, they'll know when it happens.
Oh,
Okay.
You know, in the very first Titan City serial we had an Alex facepalm counter. I think we need a broken cat counter.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Isn't that like just the number of episodes?
No, just
That's
the number of
times
time. The
Because it
number of time.
happens multiple times per episode.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, you guys are funny. Like, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's all
Gosh.
good. It's good. No, it can. It's good.
Apology.
Rude.
All right, Alex, go ahead.
oh, you know, I've never been on a date in my life. I don't know.
Bruh.
Lame.
We both know that that is a lie.
That is a lie. You know, I don't really have a whole lot of hard and fast rules for dating. I should have.
This was
I should.
this was your question.
This was my question.
Yeah.
They're all
Jeez.
my questions. I think the most important thing to me is being willing to communicate what exactly is happening. You know, if we're going out as friends, let me know we're going out as friends. If you're leading me on for 6 months, let me know you're leading me on for 6 months. Or a year. Or, you know, however long that was.
Wait, does that mean that they can lead you on as long as they establish a time frame?
As long as they establish a time frame, I'm fine with it. Because then I know what's going on. I know where I'm at. I know what box I fall into in their life.
Bro, I feel like right now there's chicks out there that are on their bucket list going, yeah, okay. Like they're coming for you. It's not good.
That's not good. I'm getting married in October. Don't do that. Unless you want to buy books. If you want to buy books, that's fine with me. Just okay it with Liz first.
Wow. we are so dead.
Yeah, but I think being honest and open with not being weird about it, but setting expectations and knowing what you want from our interaction and letting the other person know what you want from the interaction. I think that's the easiest way to avoid confusion and to avoid hurt feelings. In my
Yes, clear
experience.
communication is different.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, and if you think I think it's a date and you don't think it's a date, please let me know that you think it's not a date.
Yeah, like not after the fact.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
don't.
Calvin.
Oh,
I'll
shots
say yeah,
fired.
Calvin. It wasn't Calvin that did it. Oh, man, huh?
I'm not sure Centuria has any room to talk.
Oh. Poor
He doesn't have a body!
oh, like that makes it okay. He
Yeah.
still has a broken heart, cat.
I've got a metaphorically broken heart.
And stop bringing this about me.
I'd say that counter goes up by 1.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I have the power.
Stop it. Okay.
All right, so without further ado, I guess we can go ahead and get started and get this crazy show on the road. What even happened last week? So last time on Netherwar, our heroes faced Dr. A lot of stuff happened in last week's episode. They finished off their fight with Dr. Tectonic, and these giant, amazing stonemen who came out and wreaked havoc on everybody. Until Centuria picked up 2 of them and threw them at each other, and everybody else shattered the rest of them, including Overdrive, who may have messed with himself in the process by looking in the mirror shard of possibilities and pulling out a strange Overdrive from somewhere throughout the multiverse. They have a theory as to which one it is, but we'll see if that's true or not. Mortis also dove into the unconscious body of Dr. Tectonic and managed to wrest control of his psyche from the nanites that controlled him. So, Mortis may have solved the supervillain of Dr. Tectonic forevermore. We'll see. Afterwards, they were able to make their way to Subterra, to the realm of Agartha, where they ran into the Terra King, who had a funny voice and no bloodstone. Bloodstone was taken by Granite at that point.
You'll have to get Jason to compare his King Zugga voice with your Terra King voice. We'll have a contest at the next Origins.
King Zugga. Oh, that'll be so good. I can't wait for Origins again. in-person origins. It's gonna be so nice.
Yes.
Afterwards, the heroes checked in. They called the security administrator in Dakana, who let them know that he was able to fend off the attack by Professor Fathom, where he was intent on stealing that bloodstone from the Dakanan vaults. The heroes went to Dakana, they picked up that bloodstone, and then they returned to the Nerian Nexus to save that bloodstone, put it away for safekeeping. They met with Sala, who was coming up with some idea as to what Knightfire was looking to do with the bloodstones, namely sacrifice them in the Maw of Vhoka, which is a massive hidden volcano in the Middle East, with the intention of absorbing their powers as these magical artifacts were destroyed, and trying to seize control of the Master Mage Mantle of Earth Prime, which would be very bad for everybody, because the magic of that specific realm tends to reflect its Master Mage, so we definitely don't want a white knight alt-right nationalist becoming the Master Mage of Earth. That would be really bad for everybody involved. Our heroes then teleport it to the Maw of Vhoka using the Alternity Atlas, where they have found an amazing scene in front of them. I'm going to move us over to the Roll20 table. And I'm going to move you all over to this map.
Uh-oh, looks like we're playing the floor is lava.
Yeah. Well,
Lava.
Technically, it's magma.
shut up.
Magma.
No, nobody plays the floor as magma, man. Come on.
Also, thank you, Knight of Foltus, for the 12-month subscription. I put the hero point you wanted on the table. It's up here in the corner for anybody who needs to spend it. So yeah, you all appear in this roiling, boiling volcanic pit. You do see quite a number of Knightfire cultists, all robed in white and glistening with fire and smoke. You see Knightfire himself over here with the factor 3 around him, because you all still have Pyre incarcerated. He's never coming back. That's too bad. And directly across the way from you all, you do see Dr. Azoth and his homunculi have also arrived, seeming this convergence of events as we come to the end of the Pentagram Peril. I would like everybody to roll for initiative. Ooh, click on your token first.
Oh my god. Oh no.
I'd rather take that on initiative than anything else. Not great, but ouch.
No, all the bad guys I got to do before us. Oh wait.
Speak for yourself.
Someone got more speed.
No, every guy was. Oh, Mortis. Oh, it's not bad. Me and you though, Andy. We're struggling. Did you roll a 1, Andy?
Yeah, I did.
How did I not roll a 1 and I still got this one?
Because you don't have as high a initiative modifier as I do.
Yes, I know. It's only an 8.
Mine's a 10.
Oh man, where's Mandrake? Come here, Mandrake.
Oh, poor Mandrake. This is definitely not the place for him.
No, he is not happy about this lava pit thing.
I was gonna say this. Yeah, this is not happy times for Mr. Plant.
But you know what? He got one shot in his last appearance, so maybe this will go better for him.
Hope not.
I admire your
Shit.
optimism.
I'm gonna just throw him in the lava. Magma.
Liquid hot magma.
Thank you, Dr. Evil. I was waiting for somebody to do it.
What?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm here for. The obvious.
Which source book are the fact? Oh, they're there. They're in Rogues Gallery.
Actually, I think they're in 2 books. I think they're in Rogues Gallery and what's the other one in 3rd edition?
Threat Report?
Yeah, I think they're in both.
Seems like a weird thing. Why would they put him in
Yeah.
both?
I don't know. One of those things, I guess. Or maybe it was like one of the free PDFs in Threat Report, and then they were published in Rogues Gallery. One of those kind of weird things.
That could be.
I support my local Green Ronin by getting individual PDFs and the finished product.
Ooh.
Spend.
You have 2 local Ronins here, so on behalf of me, I say thank you.
Ooh, and if you happen to be watching from the York, Pennsylvania area on July 11th, I will be running a Mutants Masterminds demo game at the Adventurers Academy on South Queen Street. It just opened up last month, and it's time to spread the joy of superheroes to the East Coast.
I know where I'm going on July 11th.
I know. I was like, I'm coming.
You guys is crazy.
Road trip, Alex.
For real. We're going to go to Castle Jason. We're going
There
to
you
eat
go.
good food. We're going to play Mutants Masterminds. It's going to be great. Okay, I think we have everybody. Okay, Overdrive on 39, Mortis on 24, The Bowman on 18, Takwin on 16, Sylph on 15, Brandon on 13, Petra on 12, Knightfire Cultist on 11, Resonant on 11, Mandrake on 10, Centuria on 10, Professor Fathom on 9, Dr. Azoth on 8, and Knightfire on 4.
Yes.
Disrespect.
Right where he belongs.
At the bottom. Okay, so, Overdrive. Over to you.
Almost too quick to see. There is a blaze of red and silver that stops for a microsecond right here and unleashes that burst area attack, which should catch both the nearest groups of minions and Professor Fathom and Knightfire in it. So they need a dodge of 18 for half effect.
Alright. Let's open these character sheets.
Ooh-ha.
Dodge for Professor Fathom. Oop. Dodge for Knightfire. Oop. Maybe.
Oh no, for him. Too bad.
Dodge for Knightfire Cultists. You said there's 2 groups in the area effect?
Yes. Yes.
Alright, wow. Professor Fathom will roll for half. So what's half
So-
damage?
He will make a toughness 19 save.
Yeah, he will. No, he won't. Damn.
Ah. Well, I assume Professor Fathom's not a minion, so that's not the worst that could happen to him.
Right.
And then Knightfire and the minion groups will roll against toughness DC 23. Oh! Who needs the dodge when you got that kind of toughness?
So 23?
Yes, 23.
Alright, you will take out 3 of the Knightfire minions and deal a bruise to Professor Fathom. What's it look like?
Okay, so again, there's that momentary pause there, kind of in the middle, and then there is a cloud of red and silver, and almost a machine gun patter of fists on faces. Although I guess for Professor Fathom, it's more like splashes. And then Overdrive will sort of come to a halt back here, in front of his friends. Do yourself a favor and just lay down right now. Otherwise, it's the beating of your life coming your way.
Oh, great. The Freedom League Dark is here to bother me.
Dude, I think we should get a quarter when he says that.
I feel like Overdrive would be like Freedom League Dark.
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
Feel free to throw yourself into the Maw of Vhoka at your own leisure and save me the effort. Mortis.
Mortis, seeing Knightfire, is going to immediately attempt to keep him from doing any damage by binding him in his ghostly chains.
Rude. So is that a 23 to hit? Yeah, 23 will hit. Resisted by will.
Yes.
DC 21. He'll take the first degree.
Okay. So he is hindered.
Hindered. Perfect. What happens, Mortis, as you zip over and hinder Knightfire?
Yeah, so Mortis basically just kind of floats on over here a little bit next to his buddy Speedy. And with that, he just kind of reaches back, and as he pulls his hands forward from behind his flowing, flapping long coat, ghostly chains of white and blue energy swirl out. And in a big splash page, they actually wrap around and anchor to the ground, attempt to anchor to the ground. Knightfire.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm going to give you a hero point. That was cool. Bowman.
All right. I'm probably going to see if I can add on to that. I'm going to load up a foam arrow with a burst range of 30 feet. See how many people I can get up in there. Pretty sure I can cover... Oh yeah, I can get these guys too. So yeah, I'll probably focus it on Knightfire, but I'm gonna try to blast everyone here.
Beautiful.
With some high density polyurethane foam. Because I'm so sciencey. Where is my button? Here it is.
I may have been watching an archer on an animated TV show do that exact same thing yesterday.
Probably where I got the actual name of the foam from.
Because he is my favorite, and he wears red and yellow.
Yep.
Red and yellow, red and yellow. Alright, burst area. Here we go. Dodge save. DC 21 for the burst. Knightfire will roll against the full effect. So I'll roll that again, DC 21. He will also take the first degree of your affliction, so that's hindered and vulnerable now, I think?
Yep.
Sylph doesn't have to roll for it, because I assume your foam is not effects insubstantial.
Oh, Ghost Arrow. That's what I needed.
Granite.
Why do you need a kryptonite arrow? I mean,
Oh, I mean, for Sylph, but I guess she's not technically a ghost.
Wow, Granite got a 24 on his dodge save for the first part.
Wow.
So half is 16.
Okay, he's faster than I thought he would be.
He's
nimble
really
little
not,
slave.
though.
Nimble hunk of rock.
Oh no, not today. You ain't getting me, Satan. Professor Fathom is okay, and then the Knightfire cultists. That's two groups that you can hit. One will roll and succeed. One rolls and fails. So the first one has to roll a 16. They succeed. The second one has to roll 21. They also succeed.
Okay, but I got Knightfire vulnerable, so hopefully Azoth sees that tempting target. And they all stand close together.
And they all stand close together. Awesome. Do you want to narrate what it looks like, Bowman? And do you want to move?
Probably not gonna move. No, I'm not gonna move because anyone fast enough to get me there can get me anywhere. But I will say that so he sees that Mortis is trying to keep Knightfire pinned down, so joining in with that, he'll select an arrow out of his quiver, he'll line up the shot and he'll take it, and the thing will just like explode once it lands, attempting to spread and catch the people in the area.
Excellent. Alright, so Taquin, since Bowman was nice enough to make Knightfire vulnerable, Taquin will zip over here with his ninja speed, and he will bring his scimitar to bear with 2 points of 2 points of power attack.
Tell me he did the anime thing where he runs with his arms held back.
Yes.
That's how you know he's serious. 26 will hit. It's a DC 24 with the power attack. Alright, Knightfire, what do you got? 24. So Taquin zips in. He shoves the sword into the rags that form Knightfire's body. It passes through the other side without causing any damage. And Taquin will use the rest of his movement to disengage from the center of that group. Sylph. Sylph is kind of grateful to you all for freeing her from the last problem, so she might focus her efforts elsewhere. She's going to fly over there to Dr. Azoth and attempt to suffocate him by flowing into his lungs.
Creepy.
Yeah.
It's a burst area, so he has to get a... That's not right. He has to get a 19. Dr. Azoth gets that 19, so he has to resist a 14. He's fine. So she flows in, and he expels this green gas out of his mouth that sort of dissipates her and pushes her away from his face. Granite has no such compunctions. He sees that his boss is in danger, so he's going to leap across the caldera and bring his 2 hands down on Bowman.
Yeah, if I took like 2 steps back, it wouldn't make a difference if he could reach me there. But I'm incredibly swift, so...
And he's actually going to do burst area damage 30 feet around him.
Oh.
Yeah. So anybody who's flying is okay, but everybody else will need a dodge save, DC 20.
Who was the great
If you have evasion, it does apply to this.
Sweet. All right then.
Dodge.
So that's a 26 with my evasion.
Perfect.
What does evasion do again?
If
Gives
you
you
have 1 rank, it's a +2. 2 ranks, it's a +5. I'm sorry, Alex.
No,
2
you're right.
ranks, +5. I was
Sorry,
old.
it's a +2?
+2 with 1 rank, +5 with 2 ranks.
Okay, I do have 1 rank. So that's a 27 then.
Perfect.
He got 1 better than me with half the ranks of evasion. That's
Ah.
So everybody who passed, which is everybody, I'll need a toughness save versus DC 20. Centuria, you're immune to that. You have impervious higher than that, so you're good to go.
Lit. Love that.
toughness 25.
Toughness versus 20. Oh. 21.
Awesome. So you are all okay. He slams down, throws rocks and debris everywhere, roars this gravelly roar, but everybody is unharmed. Petra is going to run over here and kill this group of Knightfire cultists if she can. At the behest of her master, Dr. Azoth. She will hit. DC 25 for the Knightfire cultists. 17. She'll take down 2 of them. So she zips in. Her arms burst into diamond, and she leaps up, crashes down on the 2 of them, breaking them into piles of robes and broken bodies on the ground in front of her. Resonant.
So Resonance kind of look at Granite as she's kind of floating off the surface here, and she says, "You know, this place is unstable enough as it is. You really want to fall into all of that boiling hot magma?"
It's all the same
Yeah.
to me.
I don't think so. Magma eats rock. And she's going to pull on her lapis lazuli. So her hair will become the color of alexandrite, and her eyes will take on the... no, her hair becomes deep blue, and her eyes become the color of alexandrite. And she is going to put a glacial crash right there and catch everybody on that side of the volcano.
Whack.
Nice.
Yup. It is a dodge check, so...
Is that everybody? Even this group of cultists over here?
No, everybody on the... Basically, if you cut the map in half, the whole left side, except for, like, Dr. Azoth and the rest of them down there.
Okay. So attack went up.
Yep. And this is cold, ice, and magical for Professor Fathom.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. Professor Fathom's not happy about it.
Boy.
Water boy.
I keep this overdrive is not quippy. I gotta rein it in.
So the 2 Knightfire cultists, they roll a 16 and a 21. So one roll against 15, one will roll against 20. Here's the one on 20. Here's the one at 15. Those 2 groups are immobile and defenseless. Or no, yeah, are mobile and defenseless. They're mini ogres, so they suffer the worst effect.
Yep.
The Knightfire Prime, who is vulnerable, so I've got to cut his defenses in half. Wow. Okay.
Same in a row.
He is unaffected by the glacial crash. Petra is affected by the glacial crash. 2 degrees, so she's immobile and defenseless. And Tarquin. Where are you, Tarquin? There you are. Tarquin is okay. And finally, Professor Fathom. He is immobile and defenseless. If there's a 3rd degree, he suffers that because he does suffer an extra degree from.
There's only 2.
Okay. So what happens?
So Resonant chides Granite for basically destabilizing the thing and telling him that, you know, yeah, the magma will eat you too. And then just basically summons her glacial prisms around everybody on the left-hand side of the Caldera. It's going to be a long day unless you all chill.
Groan.
Stupid.
And you get disadvantage for that pun.
When Resonant gets punny, you're all in trouble.
I think I need a hero point because I had to listen to that.
Oh!
Ooh.
Yeah, you were the closest to it.
Technically, Alex is the closest to it.
Physically.
Oh,
But
man.
mentally, I'm
All
No,
right.
he's catty corner, so he's also, you know, right there.
I'm here. I'm here for it.
Everyone is close to you. Everyone is the same distance from you, Andy. You're literally in the middle.
I know.
We all suffered.
I am the center square.
This is the story.
You and Kev.
A guy
Oh,
named
yeah.
Andy.
No, wrong game show.
Wrong. This
Yeah,
is
that
Hollywood
was the
Squares.
Brady Bunch. Yeah.
Yes, I know. That's why I was trying to correct Alex.
Alright, they're going to come in here with their fiery claws. There are 3 of them left, so they'll get a +2 to this to hit and damage. They're going to try to rend their claws around Mortis with their fiery claws. Claw! 16's probably not going to hit.
Nope.
So they come in and they do their claw thing. Their claw thing is not super effective. The other ones are immobilized and defenseless, so they got to roll to try to shake that off. Is your glacial crash overcome by damage or sleight of hand?
Checking. Overcome by damage only.
Okay, well they will exude some fiery bursts and try to break their way out. DC 20. So that'll hit. It's a DC 24 for its rank 11.
Rank 10.
Rank 10. Okay. I thought it was a DC 21 save.
Nope, it's 20.
Oh. My brain's full of badness. Wow, your
Wow.
ice overcomes for that first group because I rolled a natural 20. And the other half, they're able to break out. So the group over there with Petra is freed from the ice. Which, they're flaming cultists, so that makes sense.
Yep.
But that is the end of their turn, so that does eat one of their turns. Centuria.
Okay, so I am going to actually do a ground strike over here. And it's 30 feet, so it'll get everybody toppling up.
And on this day, Alex learned to make his battle maps bigger. Damn. Okay. So DC 22 dodge, and then toughness 27 or 21. Knightfire is still still vulnerable, so he'll roll dodge on half. He'll take the full brunt, so DC 27 toughness. He'll take another bruise. Or a bruise, I think this is his first bruise.
Yeah, he's just getting status effects so far.
Yeah, So that's a bruise on Knightfire. The cultists, that one group is immobilized and defenseless, so they have to roll for the full. That'll annihilate that group. You know who else is defenseless and immobilized? Professor Fathom.
Mm-hmm. And
Petra.
and Petra.
So here we go. Oh, Professor Fathom's okay. And Petra. This is one of those fights that would be a lot easier at home with real dice. That's a stagger for Petra. That's a difference of 13.
So you're having them roll toughness before dodge?
They're immobilized and defenseless. They don't get a dodge
Oh,
save.
that's right. That's right.
Yep. I mean, they can. It'll be a 0 what they roll. So. And then Taquin gets a dodge, and then a toughness versus 21. He's okay. Alright, what happens, Centuria, as you erupt the ground and beat up a bunch of folks?
So she just zips on over and then just like superhero landings into the ground, but she's so dense that it just sort of like shakes everything and knocks a bunch of the people off the side into the lava.
Awesome.
Centuria, did you not just hear what I told Granite?
If this side collapses, it'll be fine.
Also, I
Not
forgot
if it
to...
erupts.
I'll be okay.
Well,
I'm okay. And apologies, I forgot to roll for that last group of Knightfire cultists. You also take them out, so...
Oh, beautiful. Love that.
And as they go into the Caldera, you hear the shrieks of magic and power being unleashed from the volcano and out into the space around you all.
Okay, maybe we should leave.
Mandrake, seeing that there's a situation happening, is not able to affect Sylph, so he's going to leap over here and crash onto Centuria.
No.
Mandrake, there he is, with an unarmed attack. Wow. 13 to hit your parry DC. So he comes down with his two bark-covered clawed hands, slams them into the ground around you, and you are able to easily avoid out of the way. Professor Fathom is frozen solid. He's going to try to break it with damage, but it's a
It's not his
DC.
strong suit.
No, it's not. Roll d20 plus 11 is his damage? Or, no, 10 is your thing, so 26. Alright, he will make himself hindered and vulnerable instead of immobilized and defenseless. H/B. Perfect. As he's sort of slowly flowing through the ice, like unfreezing himself and permeating through the ice. It's complicated. Dr. Azoth is going to sort of wave his hand through Sylph and come over here, and he can only move so far. One square less. How far away is that group over there? Just in range of a burst area effect. He's going to throw a cloud of confusion over there.
Some of us are already dazed and confused.
So it is a 15-foot radius that will hit everybody over there. I need a dodge save from everybody over there, except maybe Resonant. I think Resonant's probably flying above the cloud.
Yep, I am
So-
floating up.
This is an area effect, right?
It is, yep.
So evasion, do your thing. Haha, for a 30.
And Mortis, you're flying too, so you're probably out of the effect as well.
Okay. good call.
that is a 22 with my evasion.
So that is a success for both of you. I'm going to need a will save DC 16.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, did it not go? No. Is my thing showing? No, it's not showing.
Not yet. Nope.
I clicked it like 3 times and it did nothing.
I don't see anything.
There it is.
There you
There.
are.
Incredible Will.
But the first
All
one
of
was
the
33, so good job.
Yeah, we'll take the top one. So
Okay, cool.
the only people affected by her are Knightfire cultists who all drop into a stupor foaming at the mouth. That is the last of the Knightfire cultists. Knightfire himself takes a bloodstone and chucks it in the caldera.
Isn't
Isn't he bound up?
Yeah.
And
He's hindered and vulnerable, yes. He can move half speed and half defenses. He's not immobilized yet. And he doesn't move closer to the caldera. He just takes it out of his pocket and throws it in the fire.
Since I go next, can I intercept it before he hits the lava?
You
Come
can spend a hero point to have the interpose advantage.
I would love that, and I would be happy to spend a hero point to do that. Except it's not letting me spend a hero point. There it goes.
Perfect.
Yes. So because I'll interpose or whatever I need to use. Because I was thinking of my ethereal grasp. But
Yeah. We'll say that you pluck it out of the air before it hits the fire. So that was, I'm going to say, I think according to the module, that's a free action for him to do each turn. So he tries to do that. You prevent that from happening. He gets annoyed. Says something horrible about your friend Nick. And he's hindered and vulnerable. How far does that mean he can move? Because I don't think he can fly. No, he can't fly. So he is going to... Centuria is just in range of his movement. He's going to shuffle over there, and he's going to attempt to possess Centuria.
No. Not allowed.
With a 15 to hit your parry DC.
Nope.
Alright, you're able to keep him at bay from trying to possess you.
I imagine Centuria's just like, ew. And she's like pushing him.
No touchy. No touchy.
And yeah, that's Knightfire's turn. Overdrive, over to you.
All right. So this is probably going to go poorly. Because Overdrive the character doesn't know. But I'm going to go zipping around the edge of the Caldera here. Seeing that they're ganging up on Kate, who's showing a disturbing propensity for violence from his perspective. And then I'm going to do something real super dumb, maybe. And I'm going to reach out and try to lay the unsympathetic vibrations on our good friend
Oh god. What if
Knightfire.
it's this world?
Well, I guess then new Overdrive is in for a shot.
I'm shocked.
Does a 23 beat his parry?
23. Yeah, I think it does, especially since he's vulnerable.
Okay, well then he needs dodge check DC 24.
Oh, he's not very good at dodge right now.
No, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Whack. I rolled a 7 versus DC 24, which is a difference of 17?
Yep.
Also a nat one.
Also not 1. So Knightfire is incapacitated and unaware. What happens, Overdrive?
Overdrive reaches out, touch this hate-mongering SOB, and grabs a hold of his shoulder and unleashes the counter-vibrational frequency into him to render him helpless. And, well, I guess you'll have to tell me if anything unusual happens, but Overdrive will seem relieved that Kate is not being ganged up on, and one of the main villains seems to be down. So I guess he will kind of be looking between Mandrake and Kate just to make sure everything's okay.
Perfect. Nothing untoward happens when you use your unsympathetic vibrations.
Interesting. I learned new things today.
Mortis, you pluck the bloodstone out with your ethereal grasp. What else would you like to do?
I am going to fly across the Caldera to be near Knightfire, just in case he revives and tries to throw more bloodstones. And I would like to attempt to grab Sylph in my ghostly chains,
Good deal.
because my ghostly chains affect insubstantial creatures. And I rolled a
Nice.
30 to hit her.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
Crit.
So DC 26 will save for Sylph. I rolled a 22, which is really high for her. So with the 26, that is the first degree. She is also hindered as the ghostly chains reach out. What does it look like, Mortis?
So with that, seeing Knightfire drop, he quickly flies over, knowing that Knightfire might still have more of the bloodstones on him, but also knowing that, well, Sylph can basically pull the air out of your lungs and cause you to die, and that's a fate he doesn't wish on even his worst enemy. He attempts to bind her, knowing that he's probably the only one that can lay hands on her.
Yeah, she begins shrieking as the chains impede her movement with an unnatural shriek. Bowman.
Okay, Knightfire is down. I am thoroughly disconcerted with this big rock guy in front of me. And everyone just dipped out of there, so...
Are you whelmed?
Yes.
Perpetually whelmed.
Yeah, as long as I'm in range of this guy. So... Yeah, I guess I'll just bola arrow this guy, because everyone's too close and mixed up for my area effects for me to be comfortable doing that. Although, actually, if I focus on Green Jafar here...
You're a rogue point.
I can't take credit for that.
Oh no, that was gold.
I definitely stole that from Kat.
And then used it against her to, as they say in Pokemon, it's super effective.
I have tears in my eyes.
I'm dealing you a hero point. I'm not happy about it.
Oh my god.
I'm not unhappy about it.
Yeah, so I can hit those three. That's probably more useful for everyone than saving my own butt. So I will aim a foam arrow right here with the burst of 30 feet. I should be able to hit these three peoples, just them, and then I'll probably swing away somewhere else within 60 feet of me. So here comes the. I'm getting a lot of use of these foam arrows. 22.
Sorry, who are you shooting these arrows at?
I'm centering it here, and it has a radius of 30, so I can hit the ninja, Azoth, and Sylph.
It won't affect self, so.
Yeah, she's the thing.
I'm a ghost. Ish.
Can I aim it a couple of squares north of them?
I mean, you can, but Petra's already immobile and defenseless.
Okay, well then I just want to cover in foam.
Dr. Azoth. Resisted by fortitude?
Is it?
That's what it says in that text right there. That can't be true.
That's probably a mistake on my part. I will edit the text.
Oh, okay. So DC 21, or is it DC 16? I think it's DC 16. Did you make them rank 11 or rank 6?
They are rank 6.
Okay, so DC 16.
Yep. Area affliction 6, according to Hero Lab.
Okay. Cool. Roll 20 defaults things to damage, so it adds 15 plus rank instead of 10 plus rank like an affliction gets. So, Dr. Azoth is okay. Attack win.
Been super dodgy all night, like a ninja should be.
I'm a ninja!
Hmm.
Yeah, he's okay. When you fire that foam arrow at him, though, he does kind of look across the caldera at you, and his eyes squint like yours do.
Oh, he's using the bow squint on me. Don't squint at me. I invented that move.
Should be squinting at Centuria if he remembers what happened the last time he faced Bowman.
Well, I don't think he does because it just came out of nowhere.
As far as he knows, Bowman just blinked at him and knocked him out.
You know, disappointed this Caldera.
I am gonna swing away. Not a whole lot of safe places for me to go, but I just don't want to be like within touch and range of this guy. Would be nice if he had to like at least waste an action. Is Professor Water, is he immobile right now, or is he just hindered?
He's hindered and vulnerable at the moment.
He's probably super fast, but either way, they'll have to use up something to get to me. So I'm just gonna not be there. The swing arrow, I can move up to 60 feet. I'll just move over here.
Perfect. Good job, Bowman. Taquin is realizing that this is a dangerous game that we're all playing right now.
Is he gonna come fight me on the lava bridge?
He's thinking about it. He's got a mission objective, but he also hates you. High or low?
Oh wow. I always choose high, so gotta go high.
Alright, he hates you. He's coming for you.
Perfect.
Duel of the Fates begins playing.
So he will step with the wind over there.
What a boat or a sword fight.
He will land on that lava bridge beside you, and he will swing at you with his katana. And get a big old 16 to hit. That's not going to hit.
Nope.
Sylph is hindered. She's not immobilized, so she is going to attempt to move. She can only move half speed, which she's speed rank 4. 60, 120, 250, 500 feet, so she can move 250 feet around still. Yeah, she's got the one job, so she's going to try and suffocate Dr. Azoth some more.
You stop that?
You're next, Ghost Boy!
I can hit you.
Why'd she talk like that?
She doesn't. I don't know why that was her voice.
That was bad.
Dodge.
Old-timey radio.
Fortitude. Ooh, Dr. Azoth is dazed as she begins to filter into his lungs. He begins to gasp and choke and make just general green shafar noises.
I'm not even gonna ask because the last time we asked,
What does that sound like?
I can't not unhear that.
but yeah, the last time we asked, we got maple syrup on sandpaper.
Bring me the lamp. Oh man. I don't know. I'm glad this is what I do every Monday.
Yeah.
So are we.
Granite's gonna jump up and punch Resonant in the face.
Sorry, Resonant.
He can leap pretty high. He's gonna leap up there and
Yeah.
punch you. 23 to hit your parry DC.
Okay, 23 will hit my parry DC.
DC 28 toughness save, please.
I am not going with a 12 because, dear lord. That is a 28.
You're
on the
good.
nose.
So he flies up, he throws this big old rocky fist at you, and how do you prevent being harmed?
I get at this point she basically just, since she's using the lapis lazuli, she just projects a shield of ice that he just shatters on impact.
And he'll land behind you with a thud on these rocky stairs. Come down here and fight me.
Nope.
That's a very bad idea, and I'm not that dumb.
Petra's going to spend her turn trying to break out of the ice. She's still in the ice. She's hindered and vulnerable instead of defenseless and immobilized, though, so that's good news. Resident.
I am going to make an insight check for Dr. Azoth because I would like to assess his capabilities. And I get a 22.
22? Well, with the 22, you're able to figure out that he has a higher power level than you, and you're able to get 2 of his exact numbers.
I would like his fortitude.
It is an 11.
It is an 11, and I would like to know if he has any weaknesses. And you know why I'm asking.
Yeah. So what you know about Dr. Azoth is that he is under the effects of an elixir of life, which must be renewed from time to time, and the renewal period comes more quickly with each use, and that he is driven by a thirst for arcane knowledge above all else.
Okay. All right. Well, that being said, I am going to have Resonant switch gems. She's going to switch to her black onyx, so her eyes become backlit with a fiery glow behind a black iris, and her hair will become the color of the night sky. She will deal everyone out a set of riposte shields, and she will cross the chasm to here.
When you say everyone, do you just mean your friends?
Yes, I just mean my friends.
Okay.
It is selective now.
Yes. Good to know. Centuria. Go ahead.
As I get over there, I'll say, Overdrive, get the Bloodstones off of Knightfire and get out of here.
And leave the rest of you?
Well, at least get them somewhere safe.
The last time I did that, the person disappeared.
That wasn't you. That was the other Overdrive.
Oh yeah, never mind. I don't remember that at all. I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused.
Wait a minute, I don't remember that. Alright, Centuria, what do you want to do?
I want to hit Mandrake. Dragon Man. Do we know if Mandrake is hard to hit or not?
He's probably not hard to hit. He's probably hard to hurt.
Shoot. Heck. Well, I'm assuming that won't hit him.
He is easy to hit, but he's not that easy to hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. And how about 18?
18 is enough to hit.
Cool.
DC 31.
DC 31.
He gets a bruise and a daze. As you punch the bejesus out of him. What happens, Centuria?
So right after her superhero landing, she just literally swings around and just like punches him in the face, and his head sort of like, his neck cracks a little bit, but you know, it doesn't spin all the way around because this is an person.
Perfect. Bark and gas go everywhere.
Yeah.
Then do you want to move, Centuria, or are you happy hanging out there?
No, she doesn't want to move, but she'll turn to Overdrive and say, go.
I have to wait for my turn.
Yes, you do. I'm going to do everybody a hero point.
Oh!
You can spend a hero point to seize initiative.
Apparently I'd have to spend 2.
Mandrake is going to grab Knightfire's body and chuck him in the volcano.
Rude!
Can I interpose?
No, I gave you a hero point.
I hate you.
Alright, fine. You can interpose if you want, but I'm going to make you roll something for it.
Okay, what do you want me to roll?
I want you to roll... Let's do an opposed unarmed check with you and Mandrake. So just a d20 plus your unarmed.
Ah.
Oh my lord!
Interesting.
Very interesting.
So you
Like
know what's
rock, paper,
funny?
scissors.
What's
Ty goes to
funny
the
is
attacker.
Ty goes to the attacker, and I'm the attacker this time.
No.
You can't be. It's Centuria's tagline. She's the attacker. It's her
Yeah.
tagline.
Yeah.
She
See,
protects the
I have
attack.
to win.
She
And you know what?
breaks the
Actually,
GM's back.
actually, I think technically she is the attacker in this instance because she's the one who's trying to prevent it from happening.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex.
Lawyered.
is Jason
So-
here?
Damp.
Can I just like swat him and like against a wall instead of him going
jeez.
into the
Knightfire?
yeah.
Where do you want to put him? Just pick on the map where you want.
Like I literally just want like him to be thrown and Centuria to like reach her arm out and catch him and then just like launch him into the wall over here. Hold on.
Kate?
I don't know how to do the circle thing, but over here by the wall.
Just hold your mouse down and click.
Here you go.
Yes, where those circles were. And then she's just gonna glare at Mandrake.
He shrugs his shoulders, like I'm just doing what my boss said. Professor Fathom is still frozen. He's gonna try to get unfrozen.
Makes him Professor Frozen.
Professor Frozen!
Where's my super suit?
Alright, he's able to escape.
No.
He is?
He is. That's the ice rolling to defend against his damage.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so he he finally seeps through out of the ice, and he's gonna go flat. And he's gonna hang out there, but he's not going to assume a corporeal form. He's gonna stay a puddle on the ground.
Smart move, look at boy.
Not really.
I'm just gonna go, okay? Don't mind me. This scheme isn't going our way. Dr. Azoth's choking on Sylph right now. And he's dazed, so he is going to... And I don't think there's anywhere he can throw any of his clouds that won't hurt his friends. So he's going to try to break out of his suffocation. And he remains suffocated. He's still dazed. Knightfire is slammed into the wall over there. Overdrive, what do you want to do?
Well, with a concerned look at Kate, I guess I'll zip over here and with quickness search him for bloodstones.
Yeah, he has two of them on him.
And then I will wall run up the side of the Caldera.
Speedy,
What?
hold up the one I snagged earlier.
Okay.
This one too.
Shoop, shoop. So I'm running up the side of the volcano with 3 bloodstones.
Awesome. And I think you could go
around
like
the inside of the edge.
If I can, I don't know, like how far, if I can get out of the volcano.
yeah, you can escape the volcano. You can go like 200 miles around, right, or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yes. Something ridiculous like that,
Get
yeah.
on out of there.
But I didn't know if there was any magical heebity-jeebities going on, so I just figured I'd ask.
No, you could take him to Paris and come back this turn.
Oh, sweet. Well, I'm not going to take him to Paris, but yeah. I will go to the base of the volcano because I'm still a little concerned that my teammates are left behind. Hopefully they will take the hint and we're all going to make a break for it since there's no reason to stay in the volcano.
Azoth still has one.
I think
Does
people
he?
should have told me before I left.
Yeah, so I guess actually Knightfire would have one in his pocket, Mortis has that one, and then Dr. Azoth has his stone.
So I have 2 stones.
You have 2 stones.
1 + 1 + 2 + 1.
How many crates?
Ah, I see what you did there.
All the crates.
Alright, good job. Mortis, what do you want to do?
Knowing that those bloodstones that I'm aware of are safe, I am going to zip around here a little bit just to give a little bit better line of sight. And I'm going to blast Sylph with an ethereal bolt.
Oh no!
Oh, yes.
Uh,
Does an 18 hit?
It does.
I affect insubstantial, so
Yep. You know what sucks about Sylph?
she has low defenses because she's normally insubstantial.
Her toughness is 0.
Ooh, snap.
Ow.
Oh,
What happens to her, Mortis?
step it.
So she's sitting there kind of swirling around Azoth, and got one hand kind of reaching into down his throat, pulling up the air out of his lungs, and he's gasping. And Mortis is like, I tried to stop you civilly, just lets loose a bolt of ghostly energy. And she just kind of looks over, gets eyes wide, and then gets blasted the hell off of him.
Beautiful. And Azoth kind of drops, holding his throat, and he says, "Thank you, my friend. I will give you a place of honor in my new world." Bowman.
Okay, seeing as my unarmed attack is not very good compared to my bow attacks, let's go with a... I mean, I'm gonna hope everyone has the rest of the villains covered, so I'm gonna go with a peerless shot on Tarquin. Right in front of me.
Nice.
27 to hit. And it also has multi-attack, in case that's high enough for that to help.
27 does hit, but it doesn't do any additional damage from multi-attack.
Sure.
DC 25. Gets a bruise and a daze. What happens, Bowman?
Just real quick, I'm also gonna like move up one square just to position myself like not so close to the edge of the lava bridge and get my back against the wall here. But yeah, it's basically just dramatically backlit by this magma fall behind them. Bowman's just like going through his arrows, like letting off a shot, and then it's just like this back and forth duel between them, bow versus sword.
Beautiful.
I assume this would be his response.
His response is to stab you in the face. 26 to hit.
26. My defense is 26.
Beautiful. Toughness of 24.
Riposte.
Oh, hell.
I'll take that riposte, please.
Yoink.
Nope.
And
I
then,
only roll.
I mean, it does add 10 because it's under 10, but that's
it
still
doesn't.
that's not enough to hit. So,
Nope.
yeah, roll toughness save, Bowman. That's a bruise and a daze.
Oh, it's a daze too?
Because that's a difference. Oh, no, it's a difference of 5. I thought it was a difference of 6. You're good. That's just a bruise.
Okay, then yeah, I'll take the bruise.
Math is hard.
I'll take a cool scar.
So yeah, he comes in, he slices that katana right across, right where your mask meets your cheekbones. It just slices along there and cuts the mask a little bit and draws blood.
Bowman's just like gritting his teeth. I'm imagining the panel's colored, like the shadows are very dark, very inky panel.
Mm-hmm. Everything is red. Red and black. It's great. Granite is going to fuck off. He's going to leave. He's like, you know what? This is fine with me. My boss is gone. He just jumps out of the volcano. He's gonna try to run far, far away.
No loyalty between the Factor 3.
Petra is no longer immobilized and defenseless, so she is going to... Oh, well, there's a Mortis right there. But Mortis has a place of honor in the new kingdom, so she's going to come over here to Centuria. And she's going to make her hands as hard as diamonds and slam them into you. 14's not going to hit, though.
Nope.
Resonate.
Hey, Professor Puddle, you doing okay?
I got no beef with you, lady. It just bubbles from the flat puddle. Let us go, and we'll just leave you in peace.
Yeah, are you sure Knightfire doesn't still have his tendrils in you, though? Because what he tried to do to Pyre, he could still try to do to you guys. Oh, he didn't tell you about that, did he?
His head pops up out of the puddle. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh, he infected you all with demonic fire, and if you so betray him or anything else, he can burn you from the inside out. That's how he teleported you around.
Is it cool with you if I chuck him in the volcano?
No. But if it's cool with you, and you want to, hang around for after this is over, I can undo what he did. But you're gonna have to pay for your crimes.
What are my crimes? I got beat up by the Deconants. That's my crime.
No, you broke into the museum, caused a major scene, stole a artifact from said museum.
Technically, Sylph stole that artifact.
You were an accomplice.
Roll an insight check.
Roll an insight check.
Yeah.
32.
Woo. All the insight.
I can't roll a 32.
That was only a 14 on the die. Woo.
He says, "Yeah, definitely. I promise we'll pay for our crimes," but he's 100% lying to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, I can tell when you're not truthful. And I'm thinking about it.
Ice frisbee. Ice frisbee.
Yeah, I think Resident will just kind of swap back to the Lapis Lazuli, and she'll place the Great Glacial Crash. Let's see here, where can I get everybody? Yep, it's gonna go right here. So it'll get Mandrake and Professor Fathom and the other one that I can't remember the name for.
Beautiful.
It's a crit, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't roll.
Professor Fathom.
Ice Frisbee.
Yeah.
Ice frisbee.
Yeah, he's defenseless and immobilized because that's his weakness.
Yes, I'm about to use him as a frisbee. Lit.
Oh, Mandrake rolls. That still gets hindered and vulnerable because it goes down to 15. And then Petra. Still gets hindered and vulnerable. So Professor Fathom has been turned into an ice frisbee.
Yay.
Resident just looks at him after she does this and goes, "They never learn."
He's thinking nasty thoughts about you, but he can't say anything because he's a frozen puddle. Centurion.
Okay, yeah, so ice frisbee. I want to
No.
throw the
No, Kate.
I want to throw the ice frisbee at Green Jafar.
To be fair, it's not lethal because he's a water golem.
Okay, sure, why not?
Yeah, that's my plan. That's what I'm gonna do. And Overdrive isn't here to judge me on it.
Now Overjudge. Overjudge? Is that who I am now?
Overjudge.
Somewhere in the multiverse, you're being judged by all the overdrives.
Prepare for judgment.
So,
Oh God.
you want me to roll a throw, or like, what do you want me to roll, Allie?
Yeah, I want you to roll a throw, and we're gonna take off a -2 because it's a multi-attack.
Oh no, I'm gonna use my hero point again. Yeah,
Oh no. Okay.
25.
Yeah, 25 is a good hit. Oh, well, it's 23, but that'll hit both Professor Fathom and Dr. Azoth. Professor Fathom is defenseless, so it's a critical hit on him, DC 32. I'm just a guy, frozen inside.
It's the musical episode.
Wow, 32. He got a 26, so he will take a bruise and a daze. As he goes sailing across and shatters into Dr. Azoth. Dr. Azoth on his 27 gets a bruise.
Nice.
So what happens, Centuria?
So she just like walks over to Professor
Fathom.
and Resident is like, Centuria, and I'm like, it'll be fine. And I pick him up and I literally just throw him like a frisbee as hard as I can at Dr. Azoth, and it doesn't hurt him too bad, but I'd like to say that it knocks his hat off.
His turban goes flying away. Ice goes everywhere.
And Resident just goes, really? You could have thrown it like a discus.
I'm sorry that you're judging the throw.
You know, points for style.
Oh boy. Mandrake on his turn. He's got a bruise. He's also dazed, so he's going to dang it. Okay. He is going to blow poison gas all over Centuria.
Doesn't the life support stop that?
Oh yeah, Centuria does have life support, so she's immune to poison.
Keep trying, though.
Mandrake doesn't know that, so he bathes you in poisonous gas, but you're Centuria, that's not a problem for you.
Centuria's just standing there. Literally, it's like surrounding her, and she's just like not doing anything.
And then his daze goes away at the end of his turn. Professor Fathom is immobilized and defenseless. He's going to try to break out with damage. The ice maintains in all his little pieces. Dr. Azoth.
The ice maintains.
Dr. Azoth doesn't know if Mortis is okay with his New World Order or not, so he's going to go... Yeah, he's going to take his 30-foot move up there to Caddy Corner next to Mortis, and he was dazed, so that's all he can do this turn.
He's like, hey.
Overdrive.
What's up?
I am sort of hiding out in the jungle, just inside the tree line. Watch the top of the volcano. Just tune into comm frequencies to hear what's going on. I mean, this overdrive, is less impulsive than the overdrive some of us know and love. So unless he's aware that there's trouble, he's going to take his job of guarding the Bloodstones pretty serious and just be on the lookout and listen for any trouble from the volcano.
Awesome. Perfect. Mortis.
Hi, everybody. I'm pretty positive he wants to throw this last bloodstone into the volcano and siphon up its powers, correct?
That's probably a fair assessment.
I want to have a ready action to reach out with my telekinetic, my ghostly grasps, so that when he throws it, I can grab it. But I don't actually want to do anything right this moment.
Perfect. All right.
Unless he starts monologuing at me.
He doesn't seem to have the intention to monologue to you. It looks like his intention is to keep moving towards the conflict. But you're ready to catch the bloodstone if he chucks it in. Bowman.
Okay. Fearless shot. Keep this going.
Yeah.
So definitely not multi-attack damage, but does 20 hit?
20 does not hit.
Oh, I will spend a heroic point. Drop it right in the lava there.
At least I get to drop something in the lava tonight.
I rolled a 9, so that is actually 31.
It is, and 31 is enough to give you a +2 damage for multi-attack.
Then that's DC 27 for damage.
22, he'll take another bruise.
So
What
yeah,
happens
just-
now, Bowman?
Again, he's just like locked in Mortal Kombat. I'm kind of imagining he's just like reaching for an arrow, shooting, like occasionally trying to dodge out of the way of an arrow attack, or like blocking it with, or a sword attack rather, and then blocking it with bow. Just like different cut up panels of no dialogue, just different action poses.
Excellent. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Taquin. He has completely abandoned his mission for his master, and he is just in full-fledged martial arts mode. Which looks like a 12 on the roll.
So as he comes in with the sword swing, again, it's just like he's going to use both hands this time to block it with the bow, and then just sort of like turn it to send the sword in a different direction.
Yes. I love it. Love everything about this. Petra, who, let me double check, I don't know what condition Petra's in at the moment.
Hindered and vulnerable.
That's right. And staggered. She's going to stretch out her arms.
Reach out and touch Kate.
Wow. So we professional in there. That's...
I know.
Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. She did like the frisbee thing. That was pretty cool.
Sorry, it was too good. It fit exactly to the song. So
12. All right, still staggered. Resonant.
all right, Resonant is going to turn her attention to Bowman. Need a little help there, Bowman?
Focus on the stones.
Okay.
I imagine that silence existed in the world. Like it was just you guys
Like,
staring
is
at each other.
It was a whole panel. It was just her sitting there, no dialogue in the panel at all.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
I got this. Leave me alone. Let me fight my ninja.
It's like, all right, fine, I'll let him have it. And
At least for now.
let's catch Dr. Azoth and his remaining 2 homunculi in another glacial crash.
Oh my god.
Woo!
All right, Petra, hindered and vulnerable. So subtract 4 from this.
21.
21. Subtract 4 from this. Working for a 15. That's a 15.
So she stays hindered and vulnerable.
Yep. Mandrake.
Is that selective?
Yes.
It is.
Thank you.
Fails. Fails by 1 degree.
Is he isn't minus from because he's also hindered and vulnerable?
Oh, he is?
Yep.
Then, yeah, he will fail. He'll become immobilized and defenseless. Dr. Azoth, the mighty, the terrible. 12.
12. But he's good.
But he's alright. Alright, what happens, Resonant?
So Resonant just continues to cool down this caldera. Keeps dropping the ambient temperature significantly by summoning all these glacial prisms. And this time both Petra and Mandrake are encased.
Centuria.
So Mandrake is now defenseless. Right?
He is.
Mm-hmm.
That means all attacks that aren't a 1 are a critical hit.
Alright, I'm a punch him. Boom.
That's a critical hit for 32.
Oh, I should have rolled the other one. Mistakes were made.
That's still a 20, so that's a bruise and a stagger for him.
Nice.
Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Cry. No.
There's no crying in superheroes.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go
Death in the
fatigue to hit him again.
You certainly can.
Okay. Now that one is a 36. That's what I should have done first.
All right, you finish off Mandrake. What happens?
She just like walks over, punches him in the face once, and then throws him against the wall because that's her thing now.
Ice goes everywhere. Awesome. Professor Fathom's going to try to get out of the ice. I'm trying to pull myself together here. The ice fails by 1 degree, so he is hindered and vulnerable now. Instead of immobilized and defenseless. Dr. Azoth didn't like that one bit. He's going to throw a cloud of confusion on Centuria. Give me a dodge save.
I feel like I should be immune to confusion because, you know, I'm already confused. 18.
18. Go ahead and give me a will save, DC 22.
20.
You are impaired, so you're going to get a -2 to your rolls until you shake that off. And then he'll take his move action. La-di-da-di-da. That seems like a bad place to stand.
Oh, come on.
She's confused.
She totally just go, for Sparta! And just, yeah.
Kick him. I've been trying to avoid throwing people into the lava, even though I've wanted to. Very bad.
Overdrive.
Again, unless I've gotten some indication the team's in trouble, I'm going to hold steady with the Bloodstones.
Perfect.
Like, I'm listening on the comms. Like, I don't know how much I'm hearing.
I mean, you're hearing the violence, and you're hearing Resonance say, you could have thrown it like a discus.
Alright, so he's making mental notes that we need to have a team meeting.
Yeah?
For multiple reasons.
Mortis has been strangely quiet most of this entire encounter, so.
Over to you, Mortis.
I'm just gonna float up behind Azoth and keep up with him.
Awesome. Bowman.
All right. Same thing. I found out just now that I had power attack on this entire time.
Oh.
So to make up for that, I'm gonna take a shot and then fatigue myself and then spend a hero point to take another shot.
Shot.
Every arrow.
Wow. Y'all need to stop and have a college flashback over here.
25 will hit, but it won't give you a bonus for multi-attack.
Fair enough.
He gets another bruise in another daze.
Keep going.
Alright, spend that hero point. I'll do the shot and I'll take that out. Blah. 35.
That will
Probably
give
gonna
you...
do something.
That is 11 high, so it will give you a +5 damage.
Roll
Sweet.
a 1, roll a 1, roll a 1. Oh!
Nice
You're
job
welcome.
speaking that into existence, Jonesy.
You're welcome, Calvin.
I rolled a 1, which equals a 3. And Taquin is no more. What happens?
He's going to take a shot, and because this guy's like a homunculi, right? So he's like this constructed magical thing. So he's gonna take a shot, and he's going to like send it through the arm that's holding the sword, just kind of like breaking it off, sending that hand and maybe the sword just like scattering into the lava. And then as he's lining up the second shot, taking some advice that I heard earlier, he's going to say, "You shouldn't have brought a sword to a boat fight."
Oh my god.
And then he's just gonna shoot that arrow just right through the chest area, just like collapse this creature.
Excellent. Oh man. Okay. Petra. What state are you in, Petra? I think you're immobilized and defenseless. And
Yup.
staggered.
Yep.
She going through it.
I think she's in surrender mode.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna roll to see if she can get out, but because she's oh nope, the ice holds with a 29 on the ice toughness. So yeah, she's trying to turn into fire and erupt through the ice. It's just not working. She's very beat up, and the magic that's holding her together is very hit or miss at the moment. Resident.
All right, Azoth. Your minions are gone. There's 5 of us. Do you really think you have a shot with only 1 bloodstone?
Roll a persuasion check.
27.
He will sort of look at you and look at all of his poor deceased homunculi. And he will produce the bloodstone from his robes, and he will say, "Fair enough."
Mortis?
Take it and push him in anyway.
With that, I'm gonna reach out to grab the stone.
Yeah, he'll give it to you. And he will kind of
overdrive.
he will kind of look around in disgust at the situation, and he will disappear in a cloud of green smoke.
Overdrive, we could use your help getting the rest of the cultists out of here and, well, Professor Fathom and Sylph.
Are we right in?
Yeah, I'll say we're out of combat at this point.
I will speed wake all the unconscious folk.
Resonant.
Stop.
Knightfire has infected a ton of people.
I know.
Can you break that link?
I can try. I'm just hoping with him unconscious there's not quite the after effect there was last time.
Oh, I'll do anything I can to help.
Just back me up. Alright, I'm going to spend a hero point for extra effort, which will give me 3 extra ranks of my nullify instead of 2. So I will add that to my roll here. And I will attempt to, by pulling on the power of my diamond, so Resonant's hair will become silver white and her eyes will take on a pearlescent hue, and she will attempt to undo all of the corruption that Knightfire has managed to infect others with. There we go. I'm going to spend a hero point to reroll that.
Excellent.
That is a 27.
Beautiful. 27, that will begin to work its magical effect on that. Let me roll and see how Knightfire's magic does. Alright, you were able to break the connection between Knightfire, the cultist, and the Factor 4.
And when Resonant kind of finishes up with that, she lets go of the power of the diamond and kind of slumps back because she expended a lot of extra energy to do that. At least it was easier than last time.
And with that, you all hear this, the loud sound of like a lock clicking and a massive steel door opening is the sound that you hear as this white light appears on the far side of the volcano. And out steps your
Laura.
friend from before.
Mysterious figure.
He is the man who took Tom Cypress and Medea at the end of the Nerean Nexus assault.
Yep.
And he kind of looks around at you in the orange mask, looks at all of the supervillains that you have taken down today, and he will walk over and join the center of the group here. And he'll sort of look at all of you and say, "This is an impressive work that you've done today."
Were you watching us?
I was. I felt a great magical disturbance, and I was concerned that perhaps the Bloodstones would be destroyed.
So you did absolutely nothing to prevent the destroying of the Bloodstones?
I would have intervened if you had failed. But this group of individuals in this timeline doesn't seem to be prone to failure, in my estimation.
And who are you exactly?
I'm called Warden.
Right. And
That's right. You didn't meet him.
No, I seem to have missed some of what happened to you before. Is this the same time you got those other things?
When we were in the Nerean Nexus.
Right. So, what are you here for? To collect the stones?
No, God, no. I don't want those things in my dimension. I'm here to collect, well, these villains
And do what with them?
and lock them away or somewhere they can never hurt anyone ever again.
Well, the cultists, while definitely wrong in the head for their thoughts and ideals, are victims of Knightfire's curse, at the very least. We can turn them into the police to deal with whatever ramifications they deserve, but I don't believe they deserve to be locked away in a multiversal prison.
How do we even know we can trust you to keep them locked up?
It's my job.
Okay, but anyone can be like, that's my job. Like, do you have proof that it's your job?
Other than the name?
Warden.
He looks at you and he's like, "What kind of proof? Are you asking to speak to my supervisor?" Like,
I don't know. I guess I'm Karen Centurion.
Wow.
Oh no.
Wow.
I don't know. I just feel like it's weird that you just like showed up, didn't help us fight them, and now you're like, let me take all of these bad guys that could definitely be used against you in the future, and just take them away, and then we don't even get to know where they are. Like,
oh, I'll tell you where they're going. They're going to the dungeon dimension.
that literally doesn't help me at all. Like, where is that? What is that?
Do we need an expertise magic or expertise occult?
Expertise magic would be good.
Okay. 32.
The dungeon dimension is a magical prison that is between the dimension of doors. Sort of in the negative space between the nexus of all realities. It is a never-ending labyrinth hell prison, basically. And what you know about Warden is that he wields a hyperdimensional key that allows him to shift between it and other dimensional planes. And he can do the same to anyone else by touching them, transporting them into the dungeon dimension.
Apparently, he can also view multiple timelines.
Yes.
So, I'll explain everything to Centuria.
Mortis will go over and grab Knightfire by the scruff of his neck drag him over to the warden and throw him at the warden's feet. He's all yours.
Centuria will look at Resonant and say, I just don't like the idea of collecting all of these bad guys that could potentially destroy the universe all in one place.
What, like we do in Freedom City every other time the Freedom League captures a supervillain?
I never said that I was for that, did I?
At
No.
least there we can see them.
Take them all to some sort of zone.
A phantom zone, if you will.
Just launch them all into space without any oxygen. I mean, that'll
No.
work for some of them.
No, see. It's like, no.
We need to have a talk.
You gotta stop suggesting that.
We gotta actually do that. That's the problem.
But Bowman's gonna look at Resonant and Mortis, between the two of them, the magical experts here, and say, "You two know more about this than I do. Can we trust this guy?"
Yeah, what does this overdrive know of Warden?
He's sort of. Sometimes he's a villain, sometimes he's a hero. It just sort of depends on the situation. Prior to becoming the warden, he was sort of a nut who was sort of in and out of prison for life. Until he became interested in the occult and the notions of the prison of the world. And sort of magically gained access to the Dimension of Doors, where he built the dungeon dimension.
Can we get to the dungeon dimension with the Alternity Atlas?
You can.
Okay.
And
So-
if you recall, the
We
warden
got
did
it.
warden did allow you to keep the Alternity Atlas.
Yes, he did. So I will. I'll turn to the group. It's like we can go and check on things if we absolutely need to, and we could, and that's all right with you, right, Warden?
Of course, I've got nothing to hide.
We'll do an insight
An
check on
ID
that.
or something? Like a badge.
Another 32 on my insight check.
You think he's telling the truth?
Okay.
And looking at Knightfire, most of the prisons we have won't be able to hold, well, supernatural creatures. They're not meant for that.
Nope. We can trust him. He's not lying to us.
All right then.
Back down.
And
They're all yours, Warden.
Warden will sort of give you a salute and start transporting prisoners to the dimension. And after he has taken everybody here, he will teleport away.
He's not taking the These were the cultists were civilians that were transformed into the Knightfire clones.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, so we're taking them back to Freedom City, I think, because they're depowered now because I broke the connection.
Correct.
So
Yeah, you see there are a lot of various militia guys and a couple of people with some swastika tattoos and shaved heads and
yeah.
Confederate flag patches.
There's plenty of stuff that they're guilty of that we can, lock them up for a good long time.
Awesome. So with that, I think we're going to go ahead and go to our break.
Woohoo!
We went over a little bit, but we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Go ahead, everybody, stretch, get some water, get a snack, and we'll see you in just a little bit.